of the night. Monsta, Mack, and Havok achieved a dream when our last event, the 12th anniversary show, they finally became the Jersey All-Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions. Tonight, Sam Roberts, they face reality as now they have to defend the championship, and in their first title defense, have no idea who their challengers are.
This dream could quickly become a nightmare for the heavy hitters.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first to my left, weighing in at a total combined weight of 580 pounds, they are the current reigning and defending Jersey All-Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the team of Monsta, Mack, and Havok, the Heavy Hitters!
But as I was saying, Clemson, this could turn into a nightmare because the heavy hitters have had to train for basically every tag team they could think of. We saw Charlie Haas walk out of there the last time. Uh-oh. What music is that, Clemson? Clemson!
Yes.
I'm nervous. I have all this nervous energy. It's wild card. And there they are, B-Boy and Eddie Kingston, Unforgiven. This is the first tag team that the heavy hitters have to face. One of the most ruthless and hard to deal with tag teams in Jersey All-Pro Wrestling. This is quite a first challenge for the heavy hitters.
They call themselves the last of a dying breed, and Eddie Kingston and B-Boy need to get themselves back on the winning ways. B-Boy losing to Bandito Jr. at the 12th anniversary show. Eddie Kingston unsuccessful in his attempts at the heavyweight championship tonight. They are the first set of challengers for the heavy hitters, and they call themselves the last of the dying breed. Unforgiven look confident here tonight against the heavy hitters.
Well, Clemson, in order...
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'll let him talk.
Challengers from San Diego, California, he is the puncher, B-Boy! And his tag team partner from Yonkers, New York, Eddie Kingston! And they are the Unforgiven!
Well, for Unforgiven to get back on their winning ways, they're going to have to walk out of here with the tag team titles. And to do that, they've got to beat the men who have said this is what they dreamed of. Two of the biggest men in Jersey All-Pro Wrestling and two of the toughest guys you'll ever meet. And that's Mack and Havok, the heavy hitters.
Mack, when he was victorious at the 12th anniversary show, won his 7th tag team championship overall in Jersey All-Pro Wrestling. He had a dynasty with his old partner Dan Moff and the Hit Squad. 6 times they won the Jersey All-Pro Wrestling Tag Team Championship. Mack wants to have that same sort of dynasty with Havok, and they're off to a good start with that tremendous win at our last event. Tonight, they're taking on 2 cool, calm, and calculating wrestlers in Eddie Kingston and B-Boy.
Well, I don't know what Unforgiven's plan is, but they have yet to enter the ring. As Mack appears ready to take on whoever, and it's going to be Eddie Kingston to start off this match.
Let's be honest, that's not because they're afraid of the heavy hitters. It's because they're trying to get inside their heads. They're trying to psych out the tag team champions. Eddie Kingston knows that Monsta Mack is a very emotional wrestler. He said so many times himself. He says it's his dream to be champion. Eddie Kingston is going to use those emotions against him and try to get in the head of the champion.
Well, Eddie Kingston is so dangerous because not only is he calculating, like you said, but he's also soulless. He has no conscience, which makes it so that anything is okay for him to do. He's never felt guilty about anything in his life. Now, how will that go against the brute strength, the raw power, and the immobility of Monsta Mack, as he just doesn't even react to those series of chops?
Those chops could hurt anybody. Eddie Kingston tried for one of his own, a charging one, but Monsta Mack just ran him over, and Mack hit him with a chop of his own. You said Eddie Kingston is soulless. He will do anything he has to do to come out victorious, even if it hurts himself in the process. He will do anything to win a match. And what happens when a championship is on the line? How much more will that get to Eddie Kingston?
But it looks like Unforgiven may not have realized how much these two men wanted those tag team title belts, how much the heavy hitters wanted to be champions. The heavy hitters are coming into this match. They look like a new tag team that we're seeing right here. They're defending the championships that they wanted so bad, and they are ready to win this match.
And the obvious advantages that the heavy hitters have in this matchup, their size and their power. If Unforgiven want to maintain control of this matchup, they need to keep it, I believe, at a fast pace and win the two big guys. Maybe pick Havok or Monsta Mack and keep them in the ring as much as they possibly can. Because if it stays at this slow pace and double team maneuvers, I believe the heavy hitters are the sound favorites in this match.
I'd say the one thing that makes Unforgiven not a tag team that will go down in history as one of the great ones is that you can't trust them. I mean, both Eddie Kingston and B-Boy are so untrustworthy that I don't see how they could trust each other as Eddie Kingston goes down hard to the mat.
That certainly is a test of a good tag team, and we haven't seen that distrust between Eddie Kingston and B-Boy. But they both love the limelight. They both love the fans' attention. So what happens if maybe B-Boy gets that attention? And a back fist to the future right there by Eddie Kingston, and Eddie Kingston's not getting that attention. Good point right there, Sam.
I mean, we know how B-Boy ended up with Eddie Kingston. He turned on somebody. Once a cheater, Clemson, always a cheater.
But right now, those cheaters in full control. They're double teaming Monsta Mack in the corner. Now what they need to do is keep Mack far away from his partner Havok and keep Mack in this matchup as long as they can.
I learned that cheater rule from Oprah. Oprah. But it looks like...
Oprah Winfrey?
What other Oprah do you know? B-Boy is trying to keep Mack down. The thing about the heavy hitters is once you have one of them down, you have to do everything you can to keep them down. Because once they're back up, oh, a chop like that, we heard it over here.
Monsta Mack just brushed it off. I mean, that scared me, and Mack's saying, come on, give me another one.
Is that all you got?
How does that not hurt? I know Mack's a big guy, but that has to hurt.
It looks like they're going to go for a double chop, and Mack is going to let them, and he doesn't even react to the double chop, but he hits them both in the face.
Mack has to be so pumped up for this matchup, realizing now that they have to face reality and defend those championships. An honored wrestler, he doesn't want to lose the championship. He never wants to lose the championship, much less on a first title defense. So I think Mack is so pumped up for this matchup that he doesn't feel the effects of those chops. Maybe with this chokehold it might sap some of his energy, but not those chops earlier on.
Well, we know the heavy hitters, and we know the attitude that they have. The heavy hitters are light years away from retiring, not even in their thoughts. But now that they have the belts, they're thinking, we want to retire as champion, and that means defending those belts for the next several years to come, not losing them to the first challengers.
Tonight they're facing Unforgiven, but you said, and a drop kick in the corner, patented B-Boy. That's how he earned the moniker, the King of the Ouch Files. But say the heavy hitters retain the championship here tonight. You said it earlier in our first matchup between the Garden State Gods and the Switchblade Conspiracy that quite possibly this could be the best the tag team division has ever been in Jersey All Pro Wrestling. So say tonight they're victorious against Unforgiven, but you still have the Hillbilly Wrecking Crew. You still have the Gods. You have the Switchblade Conspiracy, the Assyrian Portal, the Southside Players Club. Just because they're victorious here tonight doesn't mean they'll be victorious at our next event.
Plus, Teddy Hart and Jack Evans are now in our tag team division. Generation Me from TNA is here. Everybody wants a shot at those tag team titles. And it looks like, oh, nope, Monsta Mack moves just in time. And a very quick roll for a big man. Monsta Mack can move. And that's another tool he's got in his belt.
It's 75 degrees outside, so the weather's starting to heat up. But the tag team division is ahead of the seasons as it's been heating up now for almost a year, becoming the best it's ever been. And right now on top, the heavy hitters. Whoa, Eddie Kingston almost ran into Big Havok, and Mack gets the tag, and here comes the big man.
And Havok was the last guy Eddie Kingston wanted to see just then. As B-Boy, it looked like got his hand up just in time.
I think it might have caught him in the eye, and now Eddie Kingston gonna launch his partner onto Havok, but the big guy caught him. Look at the power of Havok as B-Boy over his shoulder, a back body drop on Kingston, a Samoan drop on B-Boy, and Havok has just taken out both members of Unforgiven.
Havok took them both down at once, and now Eddie Kingston again. What are we doing with these 2-on-1 situations? Is the referee too intimidated to call this match?
Would you be?
Not me. Once you put those pinstripes on me, I'm all action.
A flapjack maneuver right there by the heavy hitters. You know, I can arrange that if you'd like.
I'm not a referee. I'm a play-by-play man. I'm here to provide my
color
insight.
Commentator.
I'm a broadcast journalist, my friend.
Monsta Mack trying to go for a pile driver here on Eddie Kingston. But great move by B-Boy. Just used Kingston as a stepladder and hit an enziguri on Monsta Mack. Havok down on the floor and a double boot to the face by Unforgiven.
2 boots to the head. Is it enough to bring Monsta Mack down? No, it is not. As Eddie Kingston now rolls out of the ring to try to take care of Havok, it looks like.
You can see the face of Monsta Mack feeling the effects of this matchup. A powerful match for the Jersey All Pro Wrestling Tag Team Championship. And give it to Unforgiven. Mack and Havok both weigh over 200. Whoa! Greetings from Brooklyn by Monsta Mack. Goes on top of B-Boy, but not enough. I was going to say give it to Unforgiven. Both Mack and Havok weighing over 250 pounds. Kingston and B-Boy each weighing around the 225-pound range, and they're going at it with the 2 big guys.
Well, Havok is taking care of Eddie Kingston on the outside of the ring, which leaves B-Boy without that double team disadvantage. Does he have enough individually to take down Monsta Mack? It looks like he's reversed him on the top there, and DDT off the top. That's a lot of weight to come down on Monsta Mack's skull.
B-Boy just might have saved his career right there. Monsta Mack was trying to go for a superplex on the top rope. Gotta wonder if the ring would even be able to hold that. But B-Boy turns it into a DDT. He came charging, didn't see Havok, and Havok hit the spear. But there's Eddie Kingston with a back fist to the future, knocking down the big man. Could this do it?
Wait, the illegal man is pinning the illegal man. This is turning into a tornado tag right in front of our eyes, but hey,
well, it's a wild card. Exactly. It's obvious that the ref lost control, but he's doing his job, and you got to give him that. Mack comes charging. B-Boy tried to roll up Mack. Oh, but there's a Shining Wizard. Mack was trying to get up. B-Boy caught him by surprise. Goes for a cover. And I'm surprised that Shining Wizard didn't knock out the 7-time tag team champion.
This match has been so competitive, I can't call who's going to win this thing. Mack is down on the ground. Kingston is down on the outside. Havok is down on the outside. And B-Boy is standing, getting into position. Will he have enough to take down Mack for the 3 count?
Monsta Mack seeing stars, walking on rubber legs. And a drop kick to the kneecap sends the big guy down. And again, B-Boy trying to go for the Shining Wizard. Monsta Mack blocked it, has him in a gut wrench over his shoulders, and turns it into a power bomb. Mack almost dropped him right there, but hit the power bomb and got the 3 count.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners of the match, and still Jersey All Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the Heavy Hitters.
Another successful title defense. We've seen 1 title change so far at Wildcard with a New Jersey State Champion, but we still have yet to see the women's title defended, and of course, the World Heavyweight Championship will be defended tonight. But the Heavy Hitters walk out of here victorious over Unforgiven.
A good first step into the dynasty that Monsta Mack would like to have with the Heavy Hitters. A gut-wrench powerbomb was enough to put B-Boy away, and the Heavy Hitters successful in their first title defense here at Wildcard over Unforgiven.
tell you what, anytime you want a rematch, be a man and step up to the plate, because the gold's right here.